In the dead of night, a chilling whisper echoes through empty hallways. Flickering lights cast eerie shadows on a faded yellowed exam paper lying innocently on a desk. 20 years ago, this mysterious document appeared during a high school mock test, unleashing a curse that would haunt the living for decades to come. Those who touched it didn't live to tell the tale. One teacher died on the spot, another lost their mind and was locked away in a mental hospital, and me, I was the third to touch that cursed paper. The grading room was dimly lit. Papers scattered everywhere as panic spread among the teachers. The exam paper in question was old and yellowed, with faded handwriting that didn't match this year's test. Whispers began to circulate that it belonged to a student who had died 2 decades earlier. Her name was Tran Duyen, a brilliant but impoverished girl who had been relentlessly bullied by the principal as daughter. On the eve of her college entrance exam, she was dragged into the woods, beaten mercilessly, and left unable to take the test. Shortly after, she passed away. But why did her exam paper resurface after all these years? As the wind howled outside, faint whispers could be heard saying, "She's back, ... The curse began to spread like wildfire. Teacher Lee collapsed after grading the paper, his life extinguished in an instant. Teacher Zhao's mind shattered, leading him to take his own life in the asylum where he had been confined. Vice Principal Tun, who had once been Tran Duyen's classmate, defiantly tore the paper to shreds, claiming she feared no ghosts. But her bravado was The following morning, the schoolyard was littered with copies of the exam, each marked with the word injustice, scrawled in blood-red ink. A soft, haunting, female voice echoed through the school's speakers. "Vice Principal Tun, why did you kill me?" Terror gripped Tun as she stumbled down the stairs, collapsing in a daze. A blood-curdling scream pierced the air, followed by the fleeting glimpse of a shadowy figure passing by a window. As the investigation deepened, shocking truths came to light. I found myself in a cold interrogation room, facing stern-faced police officers. With a heavy heart, I revealed my true identity. I wasn't just a teacher, but Tran Duyen's son. Contrary to popular belief, my mother hadn't died 20 years ago. She had been pushed into a river, but miraculously survived, rescued by a kind-hearted family. For 2 decades, she had been haunted by the exam she never got to take, her dreams of a better life shattered in an instant. I confessed to orchestrating her revenge, planting the exam paper, staging ghostly events to unravel the school and those responsible for her suffering. Vice Principal Tunda, very person who had tormented my mother and pushed her into that river finally, faced the consequences of her actions. A damning photograph from 20 years ago, carefully preserved by teacher Liu, showed Tun shoving my mother into the water. The truth, hidden for so long, was finally exposed. In a twist of fate, Tran Duyen herself appeared, seated in a wheelchair. Her piercing gaze fixed on Tun. The room fell silent as 2 decades of pain, anger, and unresolved trauma hung in the air between them. Justice had come, but at what cost? The once selling school now stands abandoned, a hollow shell of its former self. Wind whistles through empty halls, carrying whispers of the past. Tran Duyen may have gotten her justice, but the price was steep. The lively institution that once nurtured young minds is now a place of darkness and sorrow, haunted by an unrested spirit seeking closure. As I stand before the crumbling facade of the school, I can't help but wonder, would you dare touch an exam paper that shouldn't exist? The curse may be lifted, but the echoes of the past linger on. A stark reminder that some injustices can never truly be erased. 20 years is a long time to wait for the truth to come to light. For Tran Duyen, justice arrived 2 decades too late, leaving behind a trail of broken lives and shattered dreams. Her story serves as a chilling reminder of the power of unresolved grudges and the devastating consequences of cruelty. The tale of the cursed exam paper spread far and wide, becoming a local legend that parents whispered to their children as a cautionary tale. Some say that on quiet nights, when the moon is full, you can still hear the faint scratching of a pen on paper echoing through the abandoned school grounds. As for me, I carry the weight of my mother's pain and my own actions. The revenge I sought brought closure, but also opened new wounds. I often find myself wondering if there could have been another way, a path that didn't lead to more suffering and loss. The story of Tran Duyen and the cursed exam paper serves as a stark reminder of the long-lasting impact of our actions. It shows how a single act of cruelty can set off a chain of events that reverberates through time, affecting countless lives in its wake. In the end, we're left to ponder the nature of justice and revenge. Is there ever truly a way to right the wrongs of the past? Or are we doomed to repeat the cycle of pain and retribution, each generation inheriting the sins of those who came before? As I conclude this chilling tale, I invite you to reflect on your own life and the choices you make. Every action, no matter how small, has the potential to change someone's world forever. Choose wisely, for you never know when your decisions might come back to haunt you or others years down the line. The cursed exam paper may no longer hold power over the living, but its legacy lives on as a testament to the enduring nature of human emotions both. The capacity for cruelty and the unquenchable thirst for justice. So, dear listeners, the next time you come across an old yellowed piece of paper, think twice before touching it. You never know what secrets it might hold or what spirits it might awaken. After all, some stories are better left untold, some mysteries better left unsolved. As the sun sets on this tale of revenge and redemption, I leave you with one final question. In the face of injustice, what would you do? Would you seek vengeance, no matter the cost? Or would you find the strength to forgive and move forward? The choice, as always, is yours. But remember, the consequences of your decisions may echo through time, touching lives in ways you never imagined. Choose wisely, for the ghosts of the past are always watching, waiting for their chance to set things right. And now, as we close the book on this haunting story, I urge you to hit that like button. If this tale sent shivers down your spine, do not forget to subscribe and ring the bell for more spine-tingling true crime stories that blur the line between the living and the dead. Do you think Tran Duyen's spirit really returned to seek justice? Or was it all an elaborate hoax? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, sleep tight, and don't let the ghosts of the past disturb your dreams. For in the world of the supernatural, you never know when a simple exam paper might become a portal to a decades-old mystery, waiting to be unraveled by those brave enough to seek the truth.